Welcome back to our very last segment of Resolve. We're talking about resolving to accomplish and achieve your dreams and goals for 2015. I am really excited about this. I believe that there is a lot of momentum on this year. I believe that God is really wanting us to wake up to how wonderful it can be and how fruitful it can be, and all the things that the two of you can accomplish this year. It's going to be spectacular. Last week we talked about being in God's presence, the value that we have to put on that, and how out of His presence we give birth to the dreams in our hearts. So I want to share with you today a little bit more about your daily routine, and then also I want to talk to you about adding confessions to your daily routine. This is a really, really important aspect of our walk, our Christian life, because our mouth, our words give life to things, and we want to give life to the right things. So before we do that, we talked last week about our daily routine and spending time with the Lord every day in intimate moments with Him. Now, there's 5 things that successful people do before 8 a.m. I thought this was really curious, so I wanted to share it with you. Okay, 5 things that super successful people do before 8 a.m. is exercise. Number 1, they exercise, okay? Exercise is wonderful, not only for your physical well-being, but for your mental well-being. So you start the day off with exercise. It gets you going, gets you motivated. And I think it's really an important thing to include in your daily routine. Okay, secondly, map out your day. Now, I brought this little time map with me as an exercise that you can do. Now, I wouldn't live my life every day and record a time map because honestly, I don't have time to do that. But as an exercise to kind of get an idea and a feel for what you're doing and where you're spending the most time, this will actually highlight some things that maybe you shouldn't be spending so much time in the bathroom. I don't know. It could be anywhere. I don't know. But this would be a fun thing to do. And if you're interested in this time map, to print it off, you go to the website nextlevelmama.com and you can print this off and you can have fun. See where you're spending all your time. Okay, so map out your day. This is important because you want to live on purpose. You want to value your time, value your life, so you're going to map out your day. So that's number 2 in the 5 things that people do. Okay, eat a healthy breakfast is number 3. Now, these are some practical things, but hey, Jesus was very practical. So eating a healthy breakfast is so important. It gets your metabolism started for the day. It gives you energy to function on for the first half of your day, which should actually be the heaviest part of your day. Do your hardest things in the morning. Get it over with. So you're going to need some energy. You're going to need strength to do that. So number 3 is eat a healthy breakfast. Visualization, number 4, use your imagination. Ephesians talks about how God can do greater things even beyond what we can imagine or ask. But we have to imagine. So your imagination is just the place that you can explore and you can think as big as you want and you can visualize the things that are on your heart. I was just talking to Heather and she has a home in her heart that she's wanting to do, and she's actually got pictures of it and she's looking at that thing and she's dreaming about it. So I want you to visualize the things that are in your heart to do. Okay, number 5. I just mentioned this a minute ago, but it's to make your day top heavy. Do the things that you don't want to do that day. Do them first. And when you do that, then the rest of the day is just going to be so much easier. It's just going to go downhill, and you're going to actually feel proud of yourself like you accomplished some things. So make your day top heavy. And those are the 5 things that super successful do every day before 8 a.m. So let's move on to confessions. I wanted to talk to you about applying the word to your dreams and your goals. So if you read in Proverbs 18:21, it says this: death and life are in the power of the tongue. Oh my gosh. And those who love it will eat its fruit. Okay, this little thing in your mouth, yet it may be small, but it's powerful. And I want to encourage you to employ your tongue to bring forth life, to bring forth your dreams and your goals Hebrews talks about how Daddy God created this world with his words. We have the power and the ability to frame our world, build our world with our words. I've heard this said before, and I think it's a really powerful statement, but we are the prophets of our own life. We can declare things, we can decree things, we can call things into being, and that's exactly what we're supposed to be doing. So, every day, I would like for you to be applying your words and your mouth to your dreams and your goals. I have here a couple of books that I'm personally studying. One of them is Declarations, Unlocking Your Future. This has some really powerful declarations in it. You can actually copy other confessions. You can actually find confessions that other people have done. Like, I'm copying one that Terry Savelle Foy does, and she declares over herself every day that she is disciplined in spirit, soul, and body. And I thought that was so good that I put it actually in my daily confessions. And so I have a thing that I say with my children every morning, and we've gotten into the habit of confessing things over our life. And I added that. And so you can actually steal some confessions from other people that you feel like connect to you. Another book that I'm personally studying is Victorious Mindsets. It's very, very important that we think the way the Word wants us to think. So the way we do that is by reading His Word and then applying our own voice to what He's saying, confessing over our lives what He says is true about us. It's very, very important because you want to build up a stronghold to truth. You don't want to build strongholds around lies. Out of that will flow your identity, will flow what you think you can do and what you think you can't do. So you really need to be knowing what the Lord says you can do. And the way you build a stronghold around it is by declaring those things, by speaking them out of your mouth. You may not believe it right at first. You may be saying some pretty wild things. You may be declaring some pretty big dreams. And at first, you may not believe it. But the more you do it, the more you confess it, the more your own spirit hears it, and your physical ears, they hear it as well. And let me say this a different way. There's a shift that takes place, and you begin to actually believe, hey, I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me. He has recreated me into His own poetry to do those good things that He predestined and prearranged for me to do already, way before I was even born. Those are things that the Word says about us. So what I encourage you to do is in your daily routine, as you're spending time with Him in His presence, that you begin to make confessions of His Word part of your daily routine. Find out what is important to you to do before 8 a.m. It could be spending time in the Word. It could be exercise. It could be doing your confessions. But be consistent in it, and it will unlock your future. So I love you guys, and I truly hope that y'all are having as much fun with Resolve and with our new year as I am writing your visions. And one other thing that I'd like to leave you with is creating a vision board. This is a fun way to visualize things, put them on your vision board and see them every day. Pictures of what you're believing for, and see it and come in contact with it every day. That's a wonderful thing to do. So I just love you and I bless you, and let's do some great things this year together.